Alright, hopefully you can hear me and the wind's not too bad with the wind muff on. Probably not going to get another chance to do this range test, so we're out today doing it. Full charge, Relive tracking in the background. Not a good start to the day. My selfie stick broke and the GoPro snapped off. So that's what you get for getting a cheap selfie stick. Yeah, that could have done $500 of damage or more if the microphones were on there. Anyway, I'm on speed mode 2, probably not going to get up too fast today. We're going 31 k's at the moment. I want to hang around there just because it's so windy. I don't want to come off. So we got a 432 watt-hour battery on this, same as you've seen on the Beastboard Viper 12S4P. I think I got 29.2 k's. I did just check before, and that's with the wind wheels on. So it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. We've got a newer ESC on this one, and obviously we've got the direct drive motors at 1600 watts each. We're not gonna, you know, get the most out of those on this ride, but we'll still see that in the acceleration and whatnot. Anyway, I'll check in as we drop down to speed mode and go from there. Having a horrible time with the selfie stick. What a piece of rubbish. It's probably the only video this one's going to feature on. The reality of any board of this nature that's short with some risers on it, and bigger wheels of course, you get propped up. So any sort of ground that's less than perfectly flat and it has, you know, roots growing underneath, anything like that, you have to bend your knees and watch your balance because you can get thrown off. Apologies for the wind again. You can get thrown off quite easily. Yeah, just something to note. And especially with the double kingpins, if you lose it, you know, you've always got the capacity to overcorrect a little bit more on these ones too. All right, another check-in. We're showing 1 bar down on the remote at 5.3 k's. That's gone really quickly. It's been a nice ride apart from the wind. I find these motors with the probably extra power of them, even if you're, you know, sitting on max throttle on speed mode 2, you're going 32, 31 kilometers an hour. Even with these slight gradual slopes and whatnot going up and down, that speed really stays the same. And yeah, that makes it for a really nice cruisy ride. I have noticed as well, filming my first impressions, if you just want to get a little gradual roll on these, you know, comparing to a belt drive, I feel like it's a bit more sensitive. You have a bit more control over, you know, how much throttle you want to give it. And if you just want to creep the board along at, you know, 1 kilometer an hour or something like that, where I feel like the belts can be overly torquey at those lower speeds. So, you know, for a short board that you might use on a commute or something, that's really good. And as I said on my last video, I think looking at this board as a commuter board or a campus sort of board with a shorter deck, the ability to use a kicktail, albeit a little bit heavy, is really good, as well as those double kingpin trucks mean you can, you know, turn on a dime. maintaining speed up the hill really nicely. Check in, 2 bars down at this point, showing 8.7 kilometers on the remote, if you can't see that. I should mention as well, if I haven't already, it's about 18 degrees today, 17. I did notice the other day when I took this board out for a ride, what have we done now? 63 Ks total, so I've been riding it a bit. When it was about 7-8 degrees, I felt that battery drop quite quickly. We've just gone back up to 4 bars now, so we'll see how it goes. It's not an awfully cold day today, so it's giving it a fair chance. So what you get with this type of setup is a real pocket rocket with some real agility, and it's kind of a unique spot in the market right now at a 31-inch deck. So you can compare it to, I think it's 34-inch deck on the Onsra Challenger. Same with direct drive motors, which seem to be about the same size, if not the same motor, I'm not sure. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the Meepo Flow come around. I'm not sure how long that deck is. I think Kieran has said on Instagram when he first posted pictures how long that deck's going to be, and I think it might have the same battery as the Voyager, but I could be completely wrong. But it'll be interesting. I thought that board would be out already, and I'd love to compare it to this one, but maybe they're delaying it just to get the right setup, because there's, you know, not so much inspiration to go off and ideas to reuse, if you want to say that, rather than copy. Yeah, just to make sure it's comfortable and safe. You know, I've already talked about, I don't think this one was a completely thought out model, but you know, it tends to work. So I'm not here complaining on that video. This video, I'm leaving that negativity behind. We are at 19.1 Ks and still showing 3 bar. So pretty happy with the efficiency of these motors so far. And I'm kind of resigned to the fact I'll be doing laps up and down this road. So we'll see how we go, trying to kill the range on it. I do not recommend this on clouds, but I may as well get it on camera if I come off. I'm not sure how this got so soaking wet. It must be from the boat. just dropped down to 2 bar and we're at 21.1 Ks. Stretching it out, doing pretty well, still getting 31 Ks on flats and climb on speed mode too, so really impressed with that. Just got our 25% first vibration and we're at 29.6 kilometers. So we've officially outdone the Viper with the same battery. As I said, different ESC and, you know, also bigger wheels since I had to put the clouds on this one. Still getting 31 kilometers, speed mode 2 at full throttle. So 32 now, but yeah, it's still got the same pickup, so really impressed with these motors. I will turn around and head back to the start soon, and hopefully we'll be about done by then. At 1 bar and we're clocked in at 30.9 kilometers. So I'll turn around here and head back to the start. If you're a regular here on the channel, let me know if you like this style of, well, this format of reviewing a board. So I generally do an unboxing video, impressions, range test, and then by then I've usually done enough kilometers on it to give my fair impressions of the board when I do a full review. It's not the quickest way to do it, but I think it's giving the board a fair shot. So let me know if you like that down below, or if you'd like to see something different. I don't expect everyone to watch every video, but as a consumer I like to watch as many videos as I can if I'm seriously considering purchasing a board. So it works for me from the other side, from the viewer side, and I know as a lot of these more expensive boards get up there with range, reviewers aren't doing range tests. You know, fair enough reasons, they got a lot of boards to review, but since I'm buying them myself, you know, I've got the time to do it. I'm in no rush to get content out or anything like that. So yeah, I'd appreciate it if you could let me know what you think about that below. All right, just got a 10% warning on the board and at 34 kilometers. I've dropped down to speed mode 1, even though it was still giving me full power. So this maxes out at 21 kilometers. I think that was what it was when I did my first impressions. Feel free to check back. But I haven't noticed any battery sag or anything like that. We're probably about 3 kilometers from the start, so hopefully we get there and I'll check in and give you a final read. The home straight now. I've been nursing it on speed mode 1, so 21 kilometers it's maxing out there, so I'll pop it up to speed mode 3 and see what we can get out of it. Speed mode 2, sorry, and see what pickup it's got. So it doesn't have the same acceleration probably as it did at the start, but it's got 33 there on this nice pavement. Still showing speed mode 1, but I'll finish up ahead because I think it realistically only has another few kilometers in it. Tops, probably more likely 1.5. Finished up there, we've got a range on the remote, 37.5, and we got a range on Relive, 36.5. So the board lived up to its name. It's a bit filthy now, the old beast. Would you look at that? Alright, just getting the board up here and having a look at the bottom a bit closer. That could have been a real disaster. And again, this is, I said I'd leave the negativity behind, but this is what you get when you send a board out that, you know, isn't ready to go. So I've tried to put as many risers on as I could, and I could just squeeze those nuts at the end of them. So this is my mistake too, but I've lost 3 at the back, sorry, or else the trucks wouldn't be on. But I was just getting it up to feel how hot these are. They're not hot at all, but these have actually come off. I've got one left. So that could have been an absolute disaster, and I've got 3 left at the front. So 37.5 kilometers on the remote, that's an excellent result for those motors, so certainly can't complain. I don't know how much of that is between more efficiency in those motors as well as the newer ESC, or if it's, you know, the fact that there's not as much resistance on these motors due to the fact that there's no belts, because the belts obviously create a lot more resistance and you can roll with these direct drives. But that's about all I've got to say. I'm glad that I didn't kill myself with those nuts coming off the end of the screws. So thanks again for that one, Beast Board. Tops for your manufacturing, guys. And yeah, I'll get the Relive map up on the end so you can see that. This ride was an hour and a half, so a lot goes into these range tests the bigger the batteries go. So if I helped you out by doing this one, please give me a like. If you've watched a few videos and haven't subscribed already, that'd be a big help too. And just let me know that, you know, you like watching these range tests, and check out the next one. And thank you for watching. Bye.